Alright, so there is actually something that I forgot to mention that happened today. Because it wasn't really something that actually happened, but more so just like a interaction I had via text message with some friends. And I did make a short about this, about being uncomfortable, just because the plans weren't really working out. And I think I'm uncomfortable. So basically, my friends and I, who I'm kind of getting to know, live all pretty busy lives, and we're trying to figure out a time where we can all meet up and hang out. But yeah, no, so it's kind of a challenge to find a date that all works, and there have been multiple times. I guess one reason why I'm upset about the situation and is making me uncomfortable is because yeah, so basically my friends, there was one day that would work for all of us, and we all kind of agreed on it, and then I realized after I already had said that it would work, that I had forgotten about something that was actually going to happen on that date, and it would kind of interfere with that time. So I was uncomfortable because I'm in a state where I realized that I kind of messed up and wasn't very aware of my schedule. So that kind of put me in a state of just being stressed out because I knew that I had made a mistake. That is kind of a source of a lot of just stress in life, is like knowing that you're wrong and just kind of having to deal with the consequences of that. Anyway, so I messed up there, and then from this point, if we do still hang out on that day, it's going to kind of change the activity that we'd be doing, which to an activity that I'd not that I wouldn't like to do it. It would still be fun, but I'd just rather do this other activity that would be possible if we were all able to find a day that worked. And I suggested, because pretty much every day we talked about, we agreed that not all of us could meet, but one day hadn't been talked about yet, so I said I'm also free on that day. And so far, even though it was a relatively, people were responding pretty frequently, for some reason I haven't responded to when I said that since then, and that just caused me anxiety, I guess. I mean, it's not even necessarily anxiety. It's just I just don't like the fact that people just don't respond when it's not that difficult to respond. I just don't like being ghosted by any means, So, oh man, why does it do this? No, see, this is what I'm saying. All these mobility things in Minecraft that they made so many updates that have just made it more annoying to get around and just decrease the quality of life. I just don't see why they needed to add this ice. Who likes it? Who likes the fact that now you get stuck in quicksand? I mean, it certainly makes things interesting, I guess. I don't even know. Oh yeah, is there? I bet you there's some sort of enchantment that allows you to get over this or something. I mean, there better be, right? I just want to get some spruce wood. That's really all I want to do. Oh, also, I got enough string to make a bow. I don't know why I just never did. I'll do that in a minute. Anyway, so yeah, that was just unfortunate, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have a positive update on that. Hopefully someone responds. I mean, even just says that they're not available on that day. I just want someone to respond. It's just leaving things in a state of not really knowing. I think it's just a natural response to get somewhat stressed by that. And I think also I'm just, my current state in life is just one of quite a decent amount of stress. I feel like there's a lot of pressures, and I have to uphold a lot of superstitions that I have, which I'm certainly not aiding myself. Also, there's just a lot of things going on. It is indeed a pretty hectic time. So even minor things like this aren't necessarily the thing that is actually stressing me out. It's just the fact that just the piece of straw that breaks the camel's back. Like, there's a lot of things that are the real cause, and then this just pushes it over the top. So that's really probably what it is. It's not so much that I'm actually getting stressed out about the fact that two people aren't really responding to me. It's just the culmination of a lot of other things. And so that brings me to another point that I think is important to mention. It's just to really get to the bottom of the things that are either you're afraid of or things that are causing you stress. Like, to understand, to not have like a vague sense of like what you're afraid of, but to have like to really think about the real underlying causes of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. I think if you're able to do that, you ultimately can more quickly realize what's actually causing you to be stressed. And if you're able to do that, then when stress does arrive, which it inevitably will, you'll be able to handle it better because you know what the cause is. So I think that is an important skill, and I've been trying to work on that. And that is also another big benefit of me making these videos, is the fact that I'm really just going into such nitty-gritty about just every little thing that's happening in my day-to-day life, and I'm just reflecting upon things and things that I'm taking away from it, and I think that will really help me grow as a person if I'm able to do that more quickly. This is really not something I've ever done before. Like, an author who I've never actually read his book, which really says a lot about society. The fact that, like, most people's favorite authors, they don't even really gain most of their insight on the author based off of their work. It's more so just through like podcasts and stuff like that. So yeah, I only know this guy through like clips on YouTube and through podcasts where he's being interviewed. But in some ways, that is more insightful than reading a book, because you get to know the person behind it very deeply, whereas in the book you're more just getting the message of what is being said in the writing. Anyways, the guy is Robert Greene, who is a very popular author. But I think that a lot of his ideas are very compelling and probably accurate to a large degree. And one of the things he talks about is he spends like an hour per day. He meditates, but meditation can mean a lot of different things. And basically, making these videos, I think, can be interpreted as a form of meditation, whereby I am just really considering and focusing very deeply on very mundane parts of life to ultimately get a better understanding of myself. So that is what I'm doing. And that's another benefit of this. So I think that is all for this video. Yeah, it's been around 9 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. And then I'll make one more tonight, and then probably that'll be it for today.